the same time. So it's actual performance. And we also observe. So what it means is that we cannot strictly classify the tasks into any of the group, but they are interwoven. You understand? They are related. But some, depending on the way we use it, or so projects. Is it only performance? Okay. Then their position. Don't defend their position. No right or wrong.
Performance sample was, on my own opinion, is that it is done somewhere and comes for assessment.
Okay, when you do your project and submit, like your undergraduates, only moderation. It is observation because the assessor will observe it, and then it's performance sample. But no actual performance. But for postgraduates, you do your projects, you submit, performance sample, you defend. So we have the three. Observation, because as you are reading, you will say, wait, hold on, presenter, turn to page. What do you say? How did you? Because you are observing something, isn't it? So we have observation, we have performance sample, and we also have actual performance for postgraduates. Yes, he is presenting it at a particular place at a specific time, and we are seeing it. Do you agree with me? I said that, but we must defend our position. Okay. Dissertation, yes? Okay. If you don't want to agree, tell us why.
In observation, it should be regular. It should be regular. Yeah. In observation,
it should be regular.
It should be regular. You know, in seminar, you give them, they go and perform, and they come for the assessment. It's not a regular thing. So that's why I'm not agreeing.
Okay. When your students present their projects, have you ever rejected the project?
No,
even if they are listening first, even if they are undergraduates that they don't defend, have you ever rejected their projects? You don't. So once they submit, you take. How do you assess? Have you ever failed any student?
It's possible.
Then if it is possible, why do you fail them? Because some students will be in biology, their project will be talking about physics, and the content will be talking about English language. How do you know? Is it not observation? You have observed from what is submitted to you that what the student is saying is not agreeing.
Instead, you have to be present. You have to observe.
Yes, you have the performance sample with you, and you are observing based on that. What is before you?
Okay, not physical seeing what they are doing.
It is physical from that performance sample.
And also, we also observe when they bring. Also, in the process of writing the thesis or the project, we also observe because they will come, they will submit, we will tell them, go and redo this, add this. Their attitude will also show.
I know we are saying the same thing. It depends on the angle you are coming from.
Yes.
If it is just bring project like this, oh, this person has submitted, there is no observation because you have not opened it to look at, and you cannot make comment based on anything.
So when we will go to grade,
You will see how we will grade the project differently from what we used to do in the past, which will give rise to the authentic assessment. That's the difference. Because I have seen a project supervised by somebody, signed, submitted, graded. But during moderation, the project, the order was supposed to be in biology education. The topic was in computer science. The content is in English language. So how did the perception, observation even from, because it's not a graduate project, not. So if you, the assessor, do not have anything, would not have rejected the project. But the project was rejected, the assessor blacklisted. The assessor blacklisted, that is the supervisor. So do we agree on that?
Okay, let me know.
Are we still disagreeing? But what we are talking about, our assessment should be authentic. If it is not authentic, we should not be able to detect it. Okay, which of these three models do you consider as not being relevant to dual mode university? Which of them do you consider as not being relevant to dual mode university? Is there any one of them?
None.
Which of these three models are we not adequately utilizing in our institutions? And how can we do
None. We observe the performance sample is there. And the actual performance. We can improve based on
I know that
I don't believe that what women can do, men can do better, women can do better. I don't believe that what men can do, women can do better. But I believe that what men can do, women can try. So women can we try if the men are not doing.
So let's see.
This is just a personal opinion. It may not be correct.
It could be correct.
All right. I'm of the opinion that in terms of actual performance, maybe we need to improve because you said adequately utilized. So it means we are doing it, but we are not doing it adequately.
Because you have already said that we are doing all of it.
The three, yes. But in terms of actual performance, maybe we need to do more in that area.
How?
There's room for yes, there's room for
How
improvement.
can we improve?
Okay, by dedicating
How can we
or allocating more time for and resources. Who said so? More time and resources for activities that will involve real-time assessments.
give us an example?
Okay, thank you. Okay, as an accountant, in the field of accounting here, all we do is 6 months out of 4 years. 6 months out of 4 years as IT, and that serves as the only time we have on the work experience, and we have our teachers or lecturers now come to assess our activities. So maybe just like we do in engineering, where they go for SWEP every end of session, they go for SWEP maybe 3-4 weeks at the end of every session. Maybe we need to also come to that stage. For instance, in ODL, where we also have to look for maybe chartered accounting firm, auditing firm, have an MOU with them post our students there to go use 4 weeks or use 2 weeks, 3 weeks at the end of every session before the commencement of the new session. And then we have an opportunity to see what they are doing.
Are you now proposing that we should elongate the number of years for your program?
No. We are not looking at it. Of course, students go on break.
Are you now saying that students should no longer go? That they should use their break?
What this is what I'm looking at. For instance, I'm going to use OTL as a case study. We have our nursing students who proceed on clinical experience. They follow the same academic calendar with every other student in the same place. Now, when they proceed on clinical experience, our own, they are resting. They are Greek, they go to farm. So the same period that this group A goes to farm, group B goes to clinic, these ones too can have on the work experience.
Okay, one last question.
I'm not a policy maker.
I will come to you. No, you are not a policy maker.
The question is for
you are the
director and
practitioner.
Okay.
You are the practitioner.
Okay.
Is it punishment that comes down to your level to plan their day-to-day activity? Are you not the practitioner? Is anybody stopping you from doing that? So what I'm trying to say is that we,
operational and strategic in management.
no, the LUC have given us minimum standard. We, the program, we in the program, have we designed what we do and they stop us from doing it? Just like those in the just like those in the agri, as you have given us information. It's you. It's your faculty. It's your program. It's your department. You have every right to maintain the minimum standards. But when you do not maintain it, that's what my colleague said. Is it not true?
Yes.
So have you tried and failed?
We'll try.
Whatever you can do to improve their students' performance, so that they educate it when they come out.
Thank you, madam. Well, the three, I would say we're doing them. But just as he has said, the actual performance we can improve on them. Now, when we're talking of real-time assessment, that is going to the field to assess the actual performance of the students. The supervisor, take for example, we send our students maybe 4 weeks for a practical time and experience with maybe some NGOs, governmental organizations. Now, there is need to empower the supervisor to go on the field for real-time assessment. You understand? But that provision must be made so that if I have 4 students on the field and I need to go and assess them, I should be empowered. I should be provided for to do that assessment. So I think that will be important.
I agree with you, but still, that one is because it's a policy issue. But I agree with
In
you.
addition to what Madam said, I think in the area of observation too, we need to improve. So many times we go to for COS supervision, and we will go just once, maybe during the period of their internship, and we cannot base our assessment on just one day visit, because when we visit, it is possible that a student that have not been an intern that have not been going to work will just go that particular day, or it may be that particular day that we decide to go that the person may be sick. We may not fully be able to assess them with just one visit. So in addition to what Madam said, empowered.
Okay, but then,
Policy issues are for your directors and the senior management. And the senior management. What we are here for is to sensitize ourselves. I'm learning from you, you're learning from me. Is to sensitize ourselves on how to do authentic assessment. Now you said that you sent your student out of homes. The day you went, that student was not present because he was sick. Did you give your students the kind of checklist? Intended learning outcome you expected the student to learn before going. I think I can do, I cannot. No, if you have given the student that, the student will still come back with it. So when the student come back, you ask questions. You say you can. So demonstrate. Hmm? If you can, you will be able to demonstrate. Just randomly, you should be able to know what the student can do and what the student cannot do. And if the student is sick today, you pray that he will not be sick tomorrow. Reschedule and visit that student. Let the student demonstrate.
Now, like on that, I want to say that we need to regularly update our checklists and our tools so that it can be relevant as the students go on the field and come back and share their experience and give us feedback. Then there is need for regular updates.
Of course. But before going, you must give them checklists to be assessing themselves. So that by the time they come back, you will know what they have learned and what they have not learned. And then you ask random questions. If possible, tell them you are even coming for the supervision, not on the spot. It should be on the spot, but should be known. When you come, you are free to take them up on any of the aspects. Because they may think that this one they are doing now, they are just trying to cope. Okay, your checklist says you know this, you know this, you know that. Please, can you tell me about this? How is it done? Demonstrate. We are still in the field. Can I observe? So with that, you can really do actual performance at a distance.
Sorry, ma, I have a different question. When the last speaker was talking about the university, developmental university culture,
Okay.
he made mention of equity. That is, every individual must have access to education.
Yes.
So I want to ask my question based on the physically challenged individuals.
Okay.
Are we going to assess them to the best of my knowledge? Universities in Nigeria have actually achieved uh, distance learning for the physically challenging individuals. But let's assume we have physically challenged individuals. Are we using the same authentic assessment tools and methods for them?
Okay. I know that National Open University of Nigeria have assessed physically challenged students.
Okay.
In my own study center, we have blind. I have a blind student. I have also physically challenged that cannot move around. But there are different ways of assessing them. You assess them based on their needs. For the blind, they have their braille. For the physically challenged, when we ask them to move that way, we may bring whatever she needs to wear, they drop to her. We don't order them around like that. So we also make provision for them, though we are not very perfect in it.
Hello.
Ma, a question.
Question.
Okay.
You mentioned that you want to go for observation. That's for my own case, from medical laboratory side. Our students used to go for clinicals, 8 weeks, 300 level, 400 level, 500 level. You are saying that, or assuming as a teacher, you want to go for somebody that is on teaching practice. You need to inform the student that you are coming, or you need to inform them that they are coming. Would that one reduce the performance level or increase the performance level? Then secondly, I think the nearest to where you are going to observe, which one is better? The far, if the where you are going to observe the student is far, will it increase the performance level or reduce the performance level?
Okay. I am a professional teacher myself. If you tell a student teacher that you are coming to supervise the student on practice, if the student does not know how to write lesson notes, would that person do magic? Eh? Would that student do magic? No. Teaching involves some skills. I said that teaching involves some skills which the student has to learn over time and prepare for that skill to exhibit the skills. It involves some skills. So if I tell you I'm coming today to assess you don't know how to write a lesson plan, you don't have the tertiary skills, you don't have management, class management skills, that will not make you to change. Okay, I will allow you to perform that, but then I will take it as another case. Can you perform that same miracle in another case? So if whether you even tell them or not, this era of communication, viral communication, they will be monitoring you, but you may not know. The moment you tell them, I am going, before you even reach there, they know you are coming. So hiding from them that you are coming will not solve the problem. The important thing is let them master the skill, let them be able to use the skills appropriately. That is for you. I don't know about you. So I am observing you to pass you, not to fail you. Do the right thing, not the right thing, do it well. And do it always. So if I observe you now, observe you again, observe you again, I will conclude that your observation is safe.
I wanted to corroborate that because
Engineer Pope.
observation of performance. If we have already put it as part of our checklist, we have given a checklist what they should know. Every time we are coming, it's going to be better. So not telling them will not help them. But it's good that we tell them we put it as part of the checklist. And also, how can we use technology to aid observation? That's my question.
How you can use technology?
Yes, to aid observation.
If you observe what happened and what my colleague said that AA and TA, he said that the person doing AA, that the assessor can be at home, but there is a camera there recording what is happening. And based on that records, which will be submitted as performance sample, do the assessment. Is it not technology? It's technology. Virtual exam is technology because using artificial intelligence, you'll be able to know what is happening around that student performing the task. Whether it's actually the one performing it or whether someone is aiding at the background. Yes, this is course, but it's usually done. So we have another assignment. This one is take home because tomorrow now, just snap it with your camera now, with your phone, snap it and classify them. Classify these ones as an assignment. Follow up questions to them.
They are made.
It's only to snap now. Just not now. I have not seen any other phone. What I've seen is iPhone. Okay, follow-up question. Classify the tools in assessment one. List the three authentic assessment. Something you snapped before. Identify the tools that are useful for global universities in Nigeria and give reasons to support their perception. Identify the tools that are not useful for global universities in Nigeria and give reasons for their perception. Discuss your thoughts. Tomorrow, I said tomorrow. With your colleagues from the same discipline. Discuss your thoughts with your colleagues in the same discipline. To critique and come up with disciplined final thoughts and submit for review tomorrow. I said tomorrow, submit tomorrow. So, when you do this, you will be able to say in my department, in my faculty, in my discipline, these are things we need to do. These are tools we need to use, which we have not practiced. But if we start using it, our assessment will be more authentic.
Thank you. Okay, I will try and email this to the directors to send to you. Hopefully, in the next 30 minutes, it will be your mailbox. So it's better than snapping here. Then we are talking about